Go get oathbound. Woo! Good morning. Today we're going to the bookstore to get Oathbound. I actually ordered 2 copies of this book last night. When Oathbound came out, I didn't immediately go get it, and then a few days later I went onto Tracy's website to see where I could get the book, and she's actually having limited signed copies, which I did not know about. I'm like, okay, so is she doing this through her website like she usually does with the blood marked book, or is this something completely different? So I clicked the list and a whole bunch of indie bookstores popped up, and I was scrolling for my state and I'm like, where can I get this book? I come to find my state and I realized that I'm so close to one of them, so I called them up. This was 30 minutes before they closed and she said no, we sold our last one. I was so heartbroken. So I look up another indie bookstore that I'm relatively close to. I call them up and they say that they have a few copies. They put some on hold for me, and then later on I asked if they could ship it to me. They said yes, and so now it's on its way. And then now I'm on my way to Barnes & Noble to pick up the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which is a purple book, because I didn't know that there were 2 versions. And if I did not go on Tracy Dion's website last night, I don't think I would have gotten the books. Honestly, it took me looking at 3 different Barnes & Nobles to get to one, but I finally found one and I immediately put the book on reserve so that it could be ready for me to pick up, because I'm getting my copies of Oathbound, okay, at this point. I just need to complete the series and then I'll have another completed series on my shelf. I low-key might just dedicate my top cube to the Legendborn Cycle series, because I don't know how thick the Oathbound books are going to be. Like, I see how thick they are on video. I don't know how thick they're going to be in person. One of these books is over 400 pages, another one is over 500 pages, and I think the new Oathbound book is nearly 700 pages, so it's gonna be about this size, maybe a little shorter. So I don't know, we'll see. We gonna make it work. But I cannot wait to have this series completed in my physical library. Oh my gosh. And then I'll also finally read the book. Moving on to getting ready and going to the store. Now, I already have most of my outfit together. Just wearing some jeans and a black shirt. I also have a silver necklace on. I need to put some silver earrings on. Which one should I put on? My heart one's right there. Okay, I also need to put on, well, I don't need to, but I want to put on some perfume. Should I do both of these, like layer them? I have a fruity orange perfume by Dossier, and then snowflakes and cashmere. This smells really good. I got it as a gift and I got this on sale. So this is like citrus with sweet, kinda. Citrus with sweet, that's both of them. These would layer really well though. I'm gonna put this on first. I do a lot of these little sprays here because there's so much in it. Also, I found my fidget spinner. I found it in a box of things that I thought I would sell. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I actually sold this, but I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't, because it's weighted. Like, this feels so good to be in my hands right now. I'm gonna switch over to recording on my phone. Hopefully I get some footage for you. Let's go get Oathbound. Woo! Got the goods. First book down. By the way, I don't know if you've seen my book sleeve, but it's just this little black bag that says the reader on it. This is a whole little tarot card. That's so cute. When I was in Barnes & Noble, the guy that checked me out saw that one of the books was messed up, and so he actively checked and got me a new one. I was like, thank you so much for checking that for me. What? And for some reason, a lot of them did have tears, especially in the corners of the spine. But honestly, this looks like the best looking one, and I'm so glad he checked that for me and got me the best one. Oh, because I reserved this book on the Barnes & Noble app, I did pay less for it. I paid less than what the actual book cost, which is $22. And there you go, you learned something new. Reserve books on the Barnes & Noble app if you're gonna get them, because there's a good chance you can get a discount and then they can price match it at the store. Oh my god, I need to put this book down, because why did I just open this? Oh, I'm not gonna show you. What? Reset. I was about to spoil. I don't know if it's considered a spoiler. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Brother, I'm so glad I ordered the signed copy as well, because the signed copy isn't as purple as this. The signed copy is more of a blue toned at the top, and it doesn't have inside page art. Sometimes I'm just like, brother, can we please stop with the cash grabs and just sign the actual exclusive edition, please? The exclusive edition also comes in a purple hardback cover, which is so beautiful. Like, let me just take off this dust jacket. Look at this book. Look, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It looks so good on camera, but it just looks so much better in person. Like, I know you see that. Oh my gosh. And then the original version of this book, like the regular version, is a black hardcover with a purple symbol on it. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks so that looks so good on camera. I love it. You got Nick, you got Selwyn. I don't know what the waffles is about. Maybe that's just part of this book, or maybe I'm just not remembering something. But you got other stuff on here. I haven't had time to look at the entire thing. You got, is that Excalibur? This looks so good, bro. I'm so happy. Bro, thank goodness for that employee at the Barnes & Noble store. He's amazing. I just love the employees I've been talking to recently, because the guy that I talked to get my signed copy shipped to me from a different bookstore, he was so sweet as well. I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so nice. I love it. He was so soft-spoken and everything, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, can we be friends? Like, I don't know. Imagine I called the store back just to ask if we could be friends. Why do I keep opening this book? This is over 600 pages, bruh. I think when last time I checked, it was 642 pages. Oh my god. And then she has annotated scenes in the back of the book. Annotated pages from Oathbound. I got a brown sugar coffee, by the way. It's decaf. I know I'm acting like this is caffeinated, but it's not. I made sure to get decaf. The way I'm so excited for this book, like, just listen to it. Like, oh, come on. Like please. Because the way I'm loving this series right now, I don't care if I have 2 copies of every single book. Anyways, once I get my signed copy, I'll have the purple edition. I don't even know if it's going to fit on my shelf. Both copies of Oathbound, because these are some thick books, okay? These are, like, I told my mother Oathbound was over 600 pages. She was like, god damn, what the fuck are you reading? I'm like, yeah, it's a really good story though, so I don't even mind. Truly, I could read 800 pages of this like, I already have read 800 pages across these, but I could read 800 more if it's from this series, to be honest. But those are my books so far, and I love hardbacks, especially in fantasy books, because hardbacks, they have better spacing and better font sizing as well, and they also don't get bent out of shape too easily like paperbacks do. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good paperback, especially with a really good cover, but hardbacks, I favor them. But that's my series so far. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Fourth Wing is still sitting over there on my shelf, like, when are you gonna read me? I don't know, babes. Your third book ain't looking too hot. People don't like it. I'm not seeing good reviews, so I don't know. I'm a part of buddy reads and read-alongs for this book on Storygraph. And I like doing those when reading now, because they help me progress in the books that I'm reading. Because when someone makes a comment on the book, it locks it until you get to that percentage of the book. So if I want to see what someone comments at 25%, I gotta read 25% into the book, which is cool. It just helps me stay accountable and progress in my reading, and it's just so fun. I can finally start this book. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but the covers for the Legendborn Cycle are really good quality. I put acetone on this to get rid of the residue of one of the stickers for one of my other books here, and the acetone did not wipe any of the cover off. It was all intact, like it was brand new. I was like, okay, damn. Okay, can you see that? We're gonna take it off together. Ooh, ooh. Beautiful. I put it right there. Oh, yay. All right, let's put these books away. got from the library. I don't know why I didn't process the library has dark romance. I guess that's not a crazy thing, but when I saw Once Your Mind was in there as well, and Give Me More by Sarah Kate, which is the third book in the Salacious Players Club series, I don't know, I was a little shooketh. I guess I just assumed the library was like full of clean material. Next, I got 1984 by George Orwell. I've been wanting to read this book, and I'm so glad they had it because, oh my goodness, I'm gonna take so many notes. I'm pretty sure this is a classic fiction. So there was a whole bookshelf for Kennedy Ryan at the library, and I haven't read from her before. I do want to, and I've heard from herself when she was being interviewed by Shaughnessy on her channel that she recommends new beginners to her work read Before I Let Go. And I already knew I wanted to make a reading vlog of me reading Kennedy Ryan for the first time, but they didn't have Before I Let Go there, or I just missed it. I picked up this book, checked it out and everything. I'm sitting here right now giving you a haul, and not too long earlier before I started recording, I realized that this is by Kendall Ryan. This is called The Rebel. I even started looking it up on Goodreads and it wasn't popping up under Kennedy Ryan. I'm like, I got this right next to a Kennedy Ryan shelf. A book, actually. It was right next to it, and so I finally look at the cover and the author, and it's Kendall Ryan. I'm like, ooh wee. I was going through brain fog because I was experiencing so much anxiety that I just couldn't think. I couldn't process properly or at the speed that I kind of wanted to the point where I was shaking like I was on steroids. So I don't fault myself for picking this up and bringing it all the way home to just now realize what it actually says. But from here on out, I am pretty sure I'm going to be paying more attention to the author. Luckily, it's from the library, okay? No harm, no foul. But this honestly kind of makes me not want to read the book anymore. So I might still skim through it because it is large print. Like, if you can look in this book, the text is pretty big. And I did read one chapter so far. I don't necessarily like the writing. I think I might read at least 2 more chapters before I DNF. Next, I got my first ever B.K. Borison book, which is called In the Weeds. I have been seeing these books around in bookstores, online, people talking about them. I was never really interested in picking it up myself, going out of my way, but since I saw it in the library, I was like, I might as well, you know, give it a shot. This author also wrote Love Light Farms, if that means anything to you. I don't think I've seen the cover of that book, so I can't picture it in my head. So far, you can see my little tab. I know you can. I read the first chapter, or the first part of the prologue, actually, my bad. I like the energy, okay? I like the energy. I like the way she's writing it. It's like she's writing spice, but it's not, it's detailed enough so that you know what's going on, but at the same time, it's closed door. I don't know how to explain it, as she's just writing it in such a way that it's kind of middle ground. When you read the book, I feel like you'll understand what I'm saying. I feel like people who don't like to read spice in books, or choose not to read spice in books, you could read this, you know, but at the same time, it's not completely fade to black. That's just so interesting to me and impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I usually always look at the cover and then the dedication if it has one, and if I really like the dedication, I'll continue on as well. But the prologue is just this first page here, and then it flips and cuts off. There's a page break right here, so a page and a half. I read that, girl. If you've read this part right here, I was geeking. I'm like, because I'm loving the energy. I'm here for it. And I was like, this you, Mr. Sir? Okay, okay. So if you couldn't already tell, I'm enjoying this already, and I love when I can connect to a book within the first section that I read. I didn't expect to like it. I had no expectations for this. It honestly makes it so much better that I am liking it though, this early on. So I have high hopes for this. I think I'm gonna be one of those that enjoys this book, because for me, I've been hearing mixed reviews on this. So I'm excited for this one. The book that I actually went into the library to pick up because it was on hold for me was Unloved by Peyton Corinne. From what I have read in this book so far, I was absolutely loving. Actually in love with this. I mean, so far from what I've read, these characters are so tender, so sweet, so loving, so misunderstood, and it's just, oh my god, I love it with all my heart so far, and I just really hope it gets better from here, because if it's already starting the way it's starting in the beginning, we're in for a good ride. And then I honestly was not expecting to get this last book, but the book is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I usually like to go into books so blind that I don't even know the characters' names until they're introduced to me in the story. So we're gonna see what happens. Oh, what's going on there? So those are all the books I got from the library. Next, I want to do a recap of all the books that I purchased for myself. I finally have them all stacked here so I can see everything that I've got. I did pick up Lipstick and Camera Clicks by DJ Murphy. This book has been on my radar, and I'm so thankful I was able to get it when I did. I was like, this is the only chance I can get this book. I'm gonna take it. I'm so excited to read this book. On to the last book that I got for myself is book 5 in the Heartstopper series. I cannot wait to have this entire series on my shelf because I absolutely love it so much. I remember hearing nothing but good things about it. I didn't know how much I was gonna fall in love with this series. Oh my gosh, this story is so beautiful, and I love reading about characters that I can relate to. The tenderness, the softness, the love in this book is just so genuine, and I love how they don't give up on each other. Oh my god. So these are all the books that I purchased for myself and are new additions to my physical library. I'm so excited. I haven't bought books in a long time. I think the last time I bought this many books so close to each other was around my birthday last year, so this is exciting. I will say, going to the library and getting all of the books that I did, it makes me want to go to the library more and just go around and browse. I can always do the same thing at the bookstore, but it's just something about the library. You could just literally have the book right then and there. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. You don't have to wait for anything. When you see the book, you can just pick it up and check it out. So I encourage you to get your library card so that you can support libraries and get free physical and digital books. Physical books obviously in the library, and then digital books on Libby. I've been having the time of my life, but I use Libby so much. I mainly listen to audiobooks on Libby, but if there's no audiobook for a book that I really want to read, then I'll just get the ebook. And so yeah, using your resources, figuring out what they are, and doing your best to acquire them or take advantage of them is so worth it. I'm really trying to diversify my books. My reading taste is already shifting. I find that I'm really enjoying books by POC authors more now, so I'm actively seeking those out. So yeah, now I have to find a place for all of these books on my shelf. I don't know how that's gonna go, but you'll see it.
I think I would rate this like a 4.5.